Hey everyone, Sergio with the Rideshare Guy. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Wheel. Today I'm joined by Lachezar from DC, Washington, DC. I'm going to have him introduce himself. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Sergio. Thanks for having me.
So go ahead and introduce yourself, how long you've been doing gig work or mostly rideshare driving, and what you did before actually, and what kind of car you drive.
Okay, great. Uh, so I came to US 2006. I came with a green card. I have a master's degree in finance from overseas. So when I came here, I started in a small community bank working as a teller. I was in the banking industry for probably 12 to 15 years till 2018. During these being different positions, teller, head teller, staff accountant, portfolio manager, financial analyst. Uh, I started driving for Uber in 2014. It was like out of curiosity as a part-time job for me. I was driving only probably Friday, Saturday evening, something like this. Uh, and I was doing this kind of routine till 2018 when I got laid off from the bank and I decided I will start driving Uber full time.
Okay.
But have in mind when I say full time, it's not always full time because during the summer I have a kind of a seasonal job, let's say, work around swimming pools and stuff. So it's full time job for me, probably 5 6 months a year, something like this.
Okay.
Uh, this I do it like kind of a part time.
Okay. And what kind of car do you drive?
In 2014, I was driving Acura TL 2011. I drove it till 2021. I put 250, 300,000 miles, something like this.
Yeah.
I got more than 10 years old, so I wasn't able to use it anymore. And since then, to be honest with you, I'm renting car. First year I was renting from Hertz, Tesla, and the last 2 years, 3 years probably from Avis.
Okay.
Currently I'm driving Malibu, Chevy Malibu.
Still a rental?
Still rental, yes.
Okay. Do you drive for both platforms?
No, I drive for Uber. I mean, I have like 800 to 1,000 rides on Lyft, but it was probably in 2020.
Okay.
I don't do Lyft anymore. I
Okay.
do.
How's the rental thing going with you? I mean, are you able to make it happen? I mean, obviously you don't have the car expense and things like that,
Yes,
so
exactly. I don't have the car expense, just payment from the rent and the gas. For the gas, to be honest with you, I fill up the tank probably 3 times a week, something like this. So it costs probably $100 to $120, something like
yeah.
this. Yes. Rental currently pay for the Malibu for maybe $382 a week.
Okay. Uh,
Uh, Tesla was more expensive, probably $100 more, but not from the rent itself, but from the insurances and all the additional fees. I think
yeah.
we have a little
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, if you're not going to do it full time, rental, I don't think is going to work out. But
Absolutely.
so you drive in DC for a while, and tell us a little bit about the DC market. I think you're the first driver that I'm interviewing from DC. So,
Okay, very,
yeah.
very good. The market in DC is good. You have, I mean, whatever time of the day you, or even during the night, you turn your application on, you always have somebody to give a ride. Have in mind, we are driving in two states, in Maryland, in Northern Virginia also, and the Federal District, which is the DC. So the different states, they have different rules and regulations. For example, when my Acura became 10 years old, I was still able to drive in Virginia, but not anymore in DC and Maryland. And because I primarily like to drive downtown DC, this car was not able to do. I know some drivers they prefer to stay here in the suburbs in Virginia, drive only there. So for them, maybe it could be an option. But
Okay. Well, in DC, you have seen it all, probably, right?
yes, yes, I
Um,
19,000 rides. I know drivers with much more rides than me. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I have the most experience, but I've seen a lot. Yes.
Yeah. Well, still 20,000 rides is 20,000 rides. And so you do it full time for a while of the year, and then you do other things in summer. So
Yes.
do you ever think of going back to the industry you came from, or are you happy with doing independent contractor work?
Ah, mm, there is an option to go back to the industry that I was, but for now I'm okay. I like the freedom of the contract, like every other probably Uber
Yeah,
driver. And also all my family, I'm originally from Bulgaria. All my family is back in Bulgaria, so I like to go for a month and a half, probably during the winter to visit them.
yeah,
If I have a regular job, I have, let's say, only 10 days vacation, I cannot do it. So this works somehow for me. I come back from the vacation, I can start immediately driving on the next day.
yeah.
So this kind of works for me. Works for
Yeah,
me.
I mean, I was going to ask you that, but you already answered. I always ask the people I interview, like, tell me two things you like about rideshare driving and tell me two things you dislike about rideshare
Okay.
driving. So obviously, everybody says the same thing pretty much, the flexibility,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And but what else is on your list as far as likes or dislikes about rideshare?
I like a lot that I meet new people, different people every day. In a good day, I probably give 25 rides, something like this. I
Yeah.
mean, I say good day. I know I don't like driving more than 8 to 10 hours a day.
Okay.
I usually start 11 in the morning, 10 in the morning, and I drive till 8 p.m., 9 p.m. During Friday and Saturday, I can start a little bit later and finish 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. But again, during the years, because I've been with Uber for 10 years, during the years, I had absolutely different strategies. So it always changed. There was times when I wake up, get in the car, and I start driving from in front of my house, wait for the first ride. I don't do anymore. I drive probably about 5, 6 miles away, go to Arlington, Northern Virginia, and I start from there because I don't want to get trips to the suburbs. I prefer trips going to the city.
Yeah. Do you have
But
upfront
in
fares
there,
in DC? Do you have upfront fares in DC?
yes, we have a phone
Okay,
fare.
what do you think about upfront fares? Do you think obviously it's good to see the destination, but we think it's a
You
cut
know what?
from what it was before. Do you think it's a cut?
I don't like it.
You
And
don't
the
like it?
reasons, not only because of the fares, like good or bad fares, is I don't like this algorithm behind that decides for me. I like the original, the genuine Uber. Then
The
if
rate
you're
card? Yeah.
no, no, even back in the days when we were taking only 20%,
Yeah.
Uber was taking 20% out of the fare from the customer, and I get the 80% after this is changed to per mile per time base, and after this the front fare. I don't like the front fare, no.
Yeah. Well, so give me a typical day of Lachezar.
Yeah, again,
Do you do split shifts? Do you do
yes,
are you are you a cherry picker or are you an ant or are you what is your style?
sure. I'll give you this information. So my typical day is, let's say, wake up 8 in the morning, uh, morning routine just at home, and probably start 10, 11 a.m. in the morning, and I drive till 8, 9 in the evening, let's say p.m. I'm this type of person. I know some drivers go wake up early in the morning, drive morning shift, and after this evening shift, I'm this kind of person. If I go back home, I'm not going out again. So I go and drive as much as I can. I do very few breaks. Let's say one break, 30-minute break. Another time drive all day long, 8, 10 hours. Again, probably 20, 25 customers a day. Um, what else?
Do you take every trip or do you
Uh,
decline or how does
You
that?
know, I used to take every trip back in the days because I didn't want to screw up my acceptance rate, so I was able to see how many minutes is the ride. I didn't see
Yeah.
the destination, but they was giving me, and based on this timing, it was great. I was able to figure out, hey, if it's a 15-minute ride, I know how far I can go. I mean, so now my acceptance rate is probably 72%. I
Okay.
try to stay above 70%.
Okay.
I'm a driver.
Okay.
Uh,
But
But
outside the take rate, what it would be your other negative about rideshare?
negative about Rideshare, I, driving.
Feel free. You can say anything you want. I'm not,
I
we
was
don't care.
also I was I know you are asking this question. I love driving.
Okay.
I'm a person who, if we are going somewhere even long distance, nobody wants to drive. Hey, I will drive.
Okay.
Because of rideshare driving, I don't like driving anymore. I lost one of my joys in,
Yeah.
in life, what I want to say. So I don't like driving anymore. If we are going somewhere, if I can just sit and relax, I don't. That's the
Yeah.
thing I don't like. Also, like what I don't like about Uber. Uber are a very professional company, to be honest with you. And I like Uber and I want them to be successful. I want to work for somebody who is successful.
Yeah.
But as a big corporation, like always happens, they're slow to respond to your problems if you have, especially the customer service. I don't blame the person behind the phone, don't get me wrong, but oh dear, the way Dara used to call it, our corporate culture. I don't like their corporate culture. I think that's the thing I don't like. But
Yeah.
anyway, my point. My
No, I understand, and a lot of people are of the same opinion that they don't care about drivers. We're just a number for them. Like,
Most likely. And again, there were some instances they were able to help me and assist me fast, but sometimes they screw up like on purpose. Like they don't care for you, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. As far as, continuing doing this, right? I mean, you're still doing different things, but mostly your income depends on rideshare,
Correct,
right?
correct, correct,
So
correct.
without giving me exact numbers, but
I can give you. I don't.
how
I don't.
has your income been over the last, let's say, 4 years, right? Has it increased? Has it decreased?
Okay,
Has
I'll
it
tell
stayed
you.
the
Probably
same?
the best year was when Uber were giving these incentives a little bit after the COVID.
Yeah,
The best year I was able to, with 8, 10 hour shift, to come home with $500, 400,
yeah.
$500. Nowadays, with eight, you want to make for eight between 8 and 10 hours, you want to make 200, $240.
Okay. So does it still make sense to do this full time?
It still makes sense, yes.
Okay.
But again, I'm driving only short trips. I don't drive a trip more than 8 miles long.
Okay.
Only if it's the last trip of the day, it's in my direction, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
So, for example, I'm able to make probably about $2 a mile. So if I
Yeah.
go in the morning, I make 100 miles a day. When I go home, I'll have $200.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, with the rental though, uh, are you even concerned about $2 a
what I'm
mile
trying
or this
to
or that? Or
I'll try, and yes, I still don't want to drive a lot of miles. I know I met a lady, she was driving, she told me, "Hey, I make close to $300 a day." I said, "Oh, that's very good. How do you make it?" She makes about 300 miles every day. I
yeah,
said, no, I'm,
it's,
because the car, it's because of me,
yeah. Yeah, the car is not yours, but your body is yours. So
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly. So I said, this is not for me. So I try, yeah, again, probably about 100 miles a day.
okay, so you're still able to work it
Yeah,
out.
I'm trying to make probably 1,500 a week. If I pay 400, 500 for the car and the gas, I still have $1,000 for me.
Yeah.
Some weeks a little bit more, some weeks a little bit less. You know how it is.
That's your
But
average though. Your goal is to make to gross. Well, still you still have other expenses, but you don't have car expenses. So the car expenses after that, you're trying to net yourself $1,000, let's say.
correct, correct, correct.
Yeah.
And have in mind, last year I was making about $25 an hour. This was the
Okay.
best. This year I think it's a little bit less.
A little bit less.
A little bit less. Not significant, but probably 24, 24. It depends, it varies, but yes, a little bit less.
So you're in DC, and we know what's going on in DC, right? We have a new administration.
Yes, yes.
I mean, they are closing a lot of departments and doing a lot of different things, right? Trying to make the government more efficient and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
Have you seen a change in demand, or have you seen anything negative that's going
Oh, again, I don't see change in the demand as of now. I know probably it will affect a lot of people. Let me just go outside because fire alarm went off. Is this okay?
on? Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry about this. I wasn't sure when they're gonna stop it. That's why.
That's good.
Uh, the demand is okay, is steady. The demand is okay and steady, but have in mind we have a lot of tourists, especially during the springtime.
Yeah.
So a lot of tourists coming.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, stand up a little bit taller. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Or
oh,
lower the camera. Yeah, that's good right there. Yeah,
so
so my concern is that because you're in the city of the government, right? So, things may change with the cutbacks and things like that.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
And I give rides to some Congress staffers and stuff. So yeah, I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
people.
You probably have had maybe some House members, senators, or
Oh
whatever in
yeah,
your
yeah,
car. So tell
definitely.
us a little bit about that. Some of your more
Uh,
famous riders.
I remember I was giving a ride to a lady. She was the chairman of how they she called it, of the Commission of Transportation, something like
Okay.
that. And she suddenly wanted to change her destination from one point to the other. And she asked me, "Is it okay?" I said, "It's your decision, but I already accepted a scheduled ride for a certain time. So if
Yeah.
I check my destination, it's gonna screw up." And this was a really good ride from the DC Reagan Airport, which is really close to the city. And I
Yeah.
was trying to get it. It was problematic, and suddenly I was about to lose it.
Yeah.
And she apologized and tell me her staff's gonna send email or some letter to Uber to tell it wasn't my something that I did something bad or
No, of course.
I missed my ride because of her.
Because of that, yeah, oh, yeah. Well, you know what it is that you know what Uber does when the rider changes destination, right? They rip them off. Pretty
No, I
good.
don't like this. I don't. I had even bad experience one time. It was 2 a.m. in the morning in DC. I use my destination filters a lot to
Okay.
stay in the city. So I set up my destination filter to stay in the city, and they gave me an Uber share ride. I take the
Oh,
first one, send me to the second one, send me to the third one. I start dropping them off. The first two one were really good, like a mile and a half apart. But the third ride was somewhere in Maryland, probably 25 miles away or 30 miles away. And I apologized to the person I called Uber. I asked them to refund the customer, and I stay with him until he orders another Uber to come and pick him up and give him a ride over there.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's the
so
problem
they
with share
still,
rides.
this was not like a mistake, or this is on purpose. They try to trick you. They try. That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
You know what? If they have the audacity to tell you the truth, even if it's a bet. Hey guys, I know it's not good for you, but the price will go down. But be honest. I will have much more respect towards them
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
doing
no,
it.
I agree. I understand. And that's the problems that a lot of drivers complain about. And in our business, we don't have too much control, right? Uber is going to
Exactly.
do what Uber is going to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So you've been at this for a while. You've done 20,000 trips almost, and it seems like you still like doing it. I mean, still.
Yes, I'm probably some of these drivers that they call it addicted from driving for Uber. So every time I have some free time, I say, yeah, I mean, can go out and make some money. That's the good part of it. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's an easy, I mean, it's not an easy job because people think
It's not
it's
an easy
easy.
job. It's probably we should get paid a little bit more, but that's it.
Probably. Yeah, what do you think? Okay, so that's a good point actually. What do you think rideshare drivers, because it's a job per job by job basis, right? It's not like we're not an employee. We can't say per hour we should make this, we should make that. But what do
I
you think would be fair? to
I think we should be paid by time and
okay.
distance. I think that's the most fair one. Probably 150, $1.50 a mile. And I
Okay.
don't know, for time, I don't know. Back in the days used to be about 20 some cents.
Yeah.
Let's keep it like this. I don't want the timing to go up. But
Okay.
for one, it's a little bit more probably. I think it's
Okay.
more.
When you visit your family in Bulgaria,
Yes.
do they have rideshare services there?
No, the the
Taxis?
the government doesn't approve them to work on. They used to have IT department or something like this over there for quite some year, but they left, I think, last year or something
Yeah.
like this. I even tried to apply to work for them over there, but they
No?
didn't.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you the floor. We have a couple of minutes remaining, and give us some advice. I mean, you came as an immigrant to this country, you worked at a bank, and then now you like the freedom and flexibility of Uber, and you're making a living at it. So give us some advice.
Advice: if you are a young person, do it only as a part-time job, not a full-time job for you. Because if you are young, you can start some profession that you can grow up. You have all the benefits that you get here. You are not going to get your benefits, which is the bad part of doing Uber for uh, rideshare. Um, Again, if you are a young person, focus on your some other career that you can grow up and have better better opportunities in front of you. Again, if you are a middle-aged person, an old person, you can. Uber is great for have less additional income. Let's say
Yeah.
that's what I think. If you have a steady job, use Uber as. But for people like me that I like the freedom, I need to travel to my country back, let's say for a month every year. It works good.
Yeah.
Works good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
don't
um,
never hesitate to cancel a ride. I know Uber don't like this, but
yeah.
if you think something's not okay, if you think something's wrong, yeah, you better cancel. You're gonna fix your cancellation rate. You're gonna drive more. You're gonna
Yeah.
fix. That's
Your safety is very important,
exactly,
obviously. Yeah.
exactly,
And
exactly.
well, I appreciate your time for doing this for our channel. We'll keep in touch, but if you have anything else to add, please go ahead.
That's everything. I really thanks for your time. Thanks for your time. I like your
Thank,
show. I watched a lot.
uh, thank you for the support. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks for watching this episode of Behind the Wheel on the Rideshare Guy. We've been doing these interviews for the past 6 months with very successful drivers from different cities around the nation. Click here for another episode. Make sure you subscribe and turn on all notifications for other episodes of Behind the Wheel as well as amazing content on our channel.